conference contest between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And here we go from Miami. They'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. They'll run here with Amarion Hampton. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
It's a cut to the right sideline. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is first and goal. Hampton can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Go.
Offense to the line fast.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard
Trying
line.
again with Hampton. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for third down.
Brings up third and goal.
Set. Kappa. Set.
Back to Hampton. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chargers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Hold it ready.
Dolphins just about set up here. First and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down.
I'm not flying. Let's go.
Achane again. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. I think they might have taken that first down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out third down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on third down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Down a score and taking a big risk on their own side here. They're lining up to try for this. That's caught. Hits the rookie from Louisville. And Nice touch as they pick up that first down on 4th.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Finds a seam down the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
Ready.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Come on. Set. Let's go.
And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Willis. On the move, headed right. Oh, look at this, here he goes.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
It's going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down.
70.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And they take this in for the score. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped.
Davis on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Set. Delta.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
It's Hampton on 2nd. He's got room to roam. And he's going to have this one down at the 37. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know I love that, Kate, but you know who loved it even more? The late, great John Madden himself, the former lineman. He would have loved watching the student body get right out in front of that thing, those blockers just knocking people off the ball, and let him clear the way so that running back could show off his speed.
And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. To the air this time, Herbert. That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Offense in the hurry up here. To throw, Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers break the tie here in the first. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Chargers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. The Chargers have an early lead. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Willis. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Takes it in at the 21. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Shotgun give to Hampton. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
And motion a tight end left. 1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Herbert from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On 3rd down, Herbert. A quick slant, here's McConkey. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Defense's 1st sack of the game, Kate. We can now see some of the negatives, the trade-offs of his great running ability. When he tries to create, well, he can find himself going backwards, and in this case, a really big loss.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 13-point lead. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Go!
Willis escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he will get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 45 yards. And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready?
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Let's go. Steady.
The play fake now, Willis to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Chargers think they have it, and they do. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. That one's good to McConkey. Tackle made right around the 26. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And the Chargers, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Motioning Harris right. Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Lays out left side and gets it. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is all-out effort, Kate, to make the catch. Putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception. And some more targets are clearly coming his way in the future.
Forced out to his right. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Trey Harris, the intended target there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Well, it would have been a long field goal in the rain, Brock, so instead of trying that, they're going to go for it. He's got it inside the 10! And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
From the red zone on first. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Hampton. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Looking quickly here. 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Likely our last play of the half, so they're leaving the offense out there. Trying with Hampton. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers get more points to end a lopsided first half. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Starting from the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Get it. Let's go.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. That's taken in by Bell. And now a small gain up to about the 32. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Willis to the air. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. Get him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Dolphins, first down.
18, right in.
1st and
Come
10
on, come on.
at the 50-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Get up.
Here's Willis. Chased out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Street.
2nd and 10. Here's Willis. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. I know it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Here we go. Set. Warriors. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Willis now. 3rd down. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well, this guy's been an animal on the ground today with some great results. A little surprising there, Kate, to see a sack so far behind the line of scrimmage. But that's a welcome sack defensively after seeing him do so much damage with his legs.
Check smash. Trap 50.
They're going for this. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Running it with Hampton. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Again, it's Hampton. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. Working quickly here.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Juju Brents with the pick. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Moving right, airs it out down the sideline.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Working from the gun, it's Willis. Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Running left, here's Achane. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Working now from the gun. It's everything he has under this one. That one connects. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Dolphins get it back to a 14-point game.
Dolphins 14. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here comes Davis. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Hampton gets the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's a gain of 8.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. This is hauled in by Harris. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Hampton now up the middle. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a pickup of 3.
Herbert.
2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
On 3rd down, Herbert on the move, headed right. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7.
Hold me to right.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
It's Achane on the inside give. Rolling into enemy territory. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. And stick with Achane. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Flushed out of the pocket. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
It's a designed run for Willis. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. First time this game they've looked to him. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations.
And this is a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Now Willis leading his offense up to go for 2.
18 Cardinals, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Hampton. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Chargers.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Hampton gets it out of his own read. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Hey, Kate, they don't likely care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Chargers 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Chargers 1st down.
Don't stop. Go.
Now it's Vidal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers have a commanding 14-point lead now in the fourth. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Chargers lead by 15 now. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Get it. Mustang 19.
To throw, here's Willis. And he put everything he's got behind it. That's intercepted near the sideline. We'll get it inside the 45-yard line before the return goes out.
I know he started to play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open.
He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And the Dolphins have it. And his short run's going to get them into enemy territory to the 49. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to work after throwing the pick. He's trying to go deep again. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Second down carry for Achane. He's out in the clear. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First down. 1st and 10.
Willis. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Catch made. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Fields this one at the 3. This makes it up to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. This is Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Motioning Harris right. Herbert from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Drops this one off to Hampton. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
And the Chargers, first down.
Now a run by Hampton. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to Hampton. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Chargers up by 8. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Back to throw it. Look at that power. Deep left side. Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Juju Brents with the pick. And the Dolphins have some new life in the 4th.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here's Buffalo 18. 70, Timberwolves. Ready.
Back to throw. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
2nd and 6.
Here he is to throw.
15-yard line.
He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40.
1st and 10.
They got 21 yards on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami. Setting up to pass. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
60 Bobcat, 60, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll look to throw it. Gets it quickly to Douglas. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here's a screen for Achane. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Throw left side caught by Douglas. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. 2nd and 3 now.
19. Ready.
Working from the gun. It's Willis. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal.
Buffalo 80.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So the incompletion on first. Here is 2nd and goal.
Cougar 19. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And it's not over yet for both fans. He scores, and now a 2-point conversion will force overtime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line?
And the conversion is good. He's into the end zone. Oh, looks like we may be headed for overtime.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Davis. A great effort, but he got popped at the end of it.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached. Because you...
Oh no, they get him yet again! Rasul Douglas picks it off! Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with A-Chain. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those 2 series, it is next score wins.
Bradley Pinion.
It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
A chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on 2nd down. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Well, the offense is certainly moving on the right track so far in past years for a potential game-winning touchdown. But let's not forget, Brock, the other side will get a chance to answer no matter what happens on this opening series.
Yep, and that response is something for their defense to worry about. All these 11 gentlemen need to do is continue the steady progress downfield and getting that opening first down. So critical to any possession, but even more so in overtime.
A quick slant. Here's McConkey. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside. That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
All right, gonna need the full 10 here on this opening drive of overtime if they don't want to stall out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Bails out of the pocket quick. Johnson finds the football complete. He's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up first and goal. All right, so an important landmark crossed on that play. They're inside the red zone now, partner. Now, new overtime rules mean they can't win it with a touchdown, but more times than not a touch. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers take the lead in this game. Dicker on now for the PAT. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score, but starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Running with Achane here out of the gun. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
That's good.
All right, so far so good, partner. Taking advantage of the change to respond here in overtime. We all know that was reserved only for the playoffs previously, but now an opportunity teams get in regular season games too.
Yeah, I think we both love this because really it keeps teams from blaming a coin flip anymore. Even if some of the anger in the past was justified now you just look in the mirror and know it's all upon you to deliver.
Throwing the out route complete. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
19, 18. Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down, Willis. Forced out to his right. Complete right side to Washington. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. All right, partner, well, I know they're not going to look ahead down there just yet, but let's you and I do that. In the red zone, they need the touchdown first, obviously, but after that, they're going to have a decision, right? Do you kick to tie and give the football back, or do you go for 2 in the victory?
I'm not dodging it, Kate, but that's honestly a great question. And I know this, that decision better have already been made. The best coaches, decision makers, we know this. They're play ahead, a series ahead, a possession ahead. That was a choice you made before you ever got the football.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Rig alert, rig alert. Let go.
Now the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. Not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
Jefferson on the tackle. Gives a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
To throw. Makes the catch. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Good for Dolphins. First down. 1st and goal.
The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards.
Ready.
Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal, a little bit tougher here.
60 by 6, 60 by 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's Willis to the air. Oh, big interception here. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
So the Chargers take this one on the road. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played in a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do, what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good enough and we build up enough talent, we can also end this mystique or this problem of that early kick.